Good evening, everyone. We are starting class. So, am I audible to everyone? Kindly give your response in the chat box. Voice is audible to everyone. So, kindly give your response in the chat box that am I audible to all the participants? Okay, that's great. That's great. Thank you so much. Okay, so in a previous session, we have discussed about that ambulance light making or ambulance siren making with a light. So three lighting, we are going to use it over here. Now this one project, you can save it. Now we are going to start working on a new project and that we are going to start building over here in the Tinkercad. So for that, we have to go back to the Tinkercad and we are going to create a new project. Every time you have to create a new project so that your previous project can be get saved over there like this. This one is my previous project. If you want to open this one, click over there and there is option that tinker this. So you can tinker that project and your circuit will be available and you will be able to modify that circuit as per your requirement. So now over there you can see three LEDs. This project is being get saved and you can see code. Each and everything is being get open. Now we are going to start new project. So go back to this Tinkercad dashboard. This is the dashboard and we have to go to the dashboard over there. So after going on the dashboard, you have to start new project circuit that we are going to start. And then after that, you have to start building circuit. I'm going to take this Arduino board. So earlier we have used this Arduino. So in this Arduino, there is total 14 digital pin. These are digital pin that is written 0 to 13. What is the meaning of digital? Digital mean high and low pin. That high and low signal you can give from those digital pin. Just take an example of light. When we are going to use light, we are going to make it on and off. That is digital signal we are using in the light. In the same way, when we are going to control the fan speed, that is the analog signal. That is known as analog and as well as PWM signal. That I will let you know later on what is the meaning of that PWM. These are analog pin. Whenever we have to read any kind of analog signal, we are going to use those those analog pins. Using those analog pin, what we can do, we can read any kind of analog sensor. What are the analog sensor? Just take an example of light intensity, sun radiation, that is changing from morning to evening. So that sun radiation intensity is changing. That is analog signal. In the same way, temperature in the room, that is also increasing and decreasing when we are going to use AC or something like that. So the temperature in the day also, in the evening, there will be different temperature. In the morning, that will be different. And in the afternoon also, the temperature will be different. So that temperature is also changing with the time. That is the analog signal. So whenever we have to read any kind of analog signal, so we are going to use these analog pins over there, A0 to A5. And this one is the microcontroller, that is the brain. Over there, we are going to write program. This one is the USB cable. With the help of that, we can upload program in this microcontroller. So that is about this Arduino Uno board, and GND stand for ground pin. And these are the two more ground. Both all three grounds are same. You can use any ground as per your requirement. Then after that, these are the 5 volt and 3.3 volt. This 5 volt pin, you can use it for powering the sensor. Like whenever we are going to use any sensor, so you have to give power to the sensor. Like this one is a sensor. So there is signal pin, power pin and ground. So power pin you have to connect with the 5 volt. That's why those 5 volt pin are given. With the help of that, we can connect any sensor also. Now, in previous session, we have discussed about the digital output. Digital output means we have given signal, that is high and low signal that we have given over there. Now we are going to talk about digital signal reading. Earlier we have discussed about digital signal writing. Writing means giving output. Now we are going to read the digital signal in the Arduino. First, Arduino will read the sensor, and based on the sensor value, we can program it. We can program it as per our requirement, that we can do it over here. So now what we are going to do over here, we are going to mount this sensor. This one is PIR sensor. We have discussed in the first session also how this one will work. Like as we are starting simulations, so there is a range of this sensor like this. If there is any object in the sensor, it will detect it like this. This sensor will detect a living being. Living being means it can detect human being. So whenever you have to detect any kind of human being, you can use this sensor. This one is PIR sensor, proximity infrared sensor. So now when we talk about the uses of this sensor, how we can use it, so that we are going to discuss, and we are going to use this sensor over here. So first of all, whenever we have to mount the sensor, there is 3 pins. Stop simulation, and you will able to see there is 3 pins over here. So first of all, we are going to connect ground pin. GND and ground pin are same. You can connect this pin with ground. Then after that, you can go to the power section. In the power section, what we are going to do, we are going to connect with 5 volt as I told you earlier. So we have to give power 5 volt, and you can make it red color. Red color. Then after that signal wire, we have to connect with any digital pin. So this signal wire we can connect with any digital pin. So let me move down. So over there, we can use any pin over there. Let's suppose 4 number pin we are using it for reading the signal, and you can do the color over there, that is the orange color. So after reading this one, what we are going to do, we are going to write code. So how we can write code for reading any kind of digital sensor, any sensor. This one is one sensor we have taken. There is a plenty of sensor, those are analog digital type. So any digital sensor you can read it using this code that we are going to write it. So you can see over here in the code. So by default code is this one. You can delete this code. I'm going to delete this inner part only. The internal part is being deleted. This one is empty code. So now we are going to read the sensor value. So for the read, we are going to do input. So go to the input, and in the input, what we have to do, we have to read the digital pin. We are going to read digital pin over here, this one. So digital pin, we have to take it, but this pin we are not able to fit it over here anywhere. What we have to do next, the pin number, that is 4 number that we have to select. Still we are not able to fix it. This light color shows that this one is not fixed yet. So now what next we have to do, we have to go to the output. In the output, what we are going to take over here, we have to take print to serial monitor. Print to serial monitor, this one block. Why we are going to take this block print to serial monitor? Because whatever value we are reading it in the microcontroller, in this Arduino Uno board, it will print in the computer screen, so that we can read that value, that what sensor value we are getting it in this board. So how we can read that value and we can print this value in the serial monitor? So this block we have to take it. This block we can fit it over here like this. And then after that, this block we can move it, and if we are not going to fit anything over there and start simulation, and this one is serial monitor at the bottom. Now you can see it is printing hello world only. This one is printing hello world on the serial monitor, this one. In replacement of this hello world, what we want that this one should print the sensor value. We can drag this block and we can drop it over here like this. Now you can see the color will be blue and this one is working fine. So whatever value we are reading in pin number 4, that will be get printed on the serial monitor. This one is my serial monitor. So these two blocks only we have to use it for reading any kind of digital sensor. Check it out, is it working or not? So let me do profit to screen like this. Start simulation. After starting simulation, we have to check it on the serial monitor, what value we are reading it over here. So there we are getting it 0 value. So when we are going to click on the sensor, there is an object. So this sensor will work on based on two conditions. One condition is that object should be in a motion. First one. Second condition is that object should be a living being. Then only it will detect. Might be you have seen many hotel and restaurants, their doors get open automatically. So their automatic door opening is being carried out using this sensor. So now this one sensor we are going to use it. So if there is any motion like this, you can see on the serial monitor value is 1. If there is no object or no motion in front of the sensor, the value will be 0. So whenever microcontroller will read the signal, it will read the signal in the format of 0 and 1. 0 and 1 in the binary logic. So now what we are going to do over here, we are going to check it again. The value is coming 1, and if there is no object in front of the sensor, value is 0. 0 and 1. So this one is sensor reading. Now what we want, based on the sensor value, we want to turn on and off any buzzer or alarm, something like that. So how we can do that? We are going to make some condition. So is it clear to everyone till now? The object we are detecting it and their value we are reading it on the serial monitor. Is it understood to everyone? You can give a response in the chat box via typing Y and N. Y representing that is clear, and representing that is not understood. Okay, so kindly give your response. That's very important. Okay, that's great. That's great. So what we are doing it over here, we are reading sensor value. We are reading sensor value. This one is PIR sensor. Now, based on the sensor, we are going to make a condition. What condition we are going to make? If there is any object, so we want to turn on alarm, open the gate, whatever we want to do. So we are going to make automatic doorbell. We are going to make one project with the name. I'm going to write it over here, automatic doorbell. Automatic doorbell. This one. So you can see your name is being get renamed. Now how we can add buzzer over there? For doorbell, we are going to add one buzzer and define the pin. Pin, we are going to select it, any pin you can take it. For the positive pin, we have to connect with any digital pin. And the negative, this one we have to connect with the ground over here in the Arduino. This one is my ground. The color you can choose it, that is black color, yes. So this one is my circuit that I made it over here. If there is any object in front of the sensor, let me check it out, is it working or not? If there is any object, my buzzer is not working. Why? Because we have not written code for the buzzer. So now we are going to write code for this buzzer. We have to use if then else conditions. So go to the code, and over there you can see this one is my simple code. Now we have to go to the control. In the control, you are going to find if then else conditions. If then else condition you are going to find over there, control, and you are going to find if then else conditions. If then else condition, this one. So that we are going to take it. So this block we have to take it if then else. So now 3 more blocks we are going to add on over there. So this if condition we have to apply on the sensor value. Again, take the sensor block, kindly see it very carefully. That same block we are going to use it for multiple project input, and we are going to read value from this block again, but this one is not working. So one more block we have to take it over here. What is that? We have to go to the math, and we have to take one comparison block. We are going to compare this value. So this second block we have to take it. So this block can be get fitted over here. How? Let me check it out like this. Now we can compare the sensor value and we can execute our conditions. Now we can put it over here like this. Sensor pin, that is 4 number pin. If sensor value is equal to, we were reading that value earlier, that was 0 and 1. We were reading value that was 0 and 1 in the sensor. So if the sensor value equal, you can select from over here equal. If sensor value equal to 1, what we want to do? If sensor value is high, if there is any object in front of your door, your doorbell start ringing. For that, we have to turn on the buzzer when the value of the sensor is 1. We are going to make output, and there is a play speaker node, this one block. You have to fit it over here. If the sensor value is 1, buzzer should be on. Buzzer pin is 10 number. Buzzer positive pin is connected with 10 number pin, this one. So buzzer will be on. In else condition, what we want, if there is no object, buzzer should be off. Turn off the speaker. This block we have to take it. Pin number is 10. So this one is a simple code we have written that you can see it now. Print to serial monitor, read digital pin for, this one we are printing it on the serial monitor, and after printing on the serial monitor we are going to use if condition. If sensor value equal to 1, what we want to do over there, buzzer will be on, otherwise buzzer will be off. That is the simple code, and you can see this code in a graphical coding also, like this one. Serial print, we are printing value whatever we are reading from sensor pin. Digital read, if the sensor value is equal to 1, tone mean buzzer will be on. In else condition, no tone, buzzer will be off. Pin number is 10, and you have to define pin number in a void setup. So the code will be generated automatically. Now check the code, is it working or not? So I'm going to start simulation to check it out. If there will be any object, you can see on the serial monitor also, value 0. If there is any object and there is a motion, you are going to see the buzzer will start ringing. I think buzzer sound is not audible to the participant, but you can see over here the indication of buzzer, that you can try it with your own like this. If the object is there, but there is a no motions, still buzzer will be off. But there should be a motion and living thing. Two conditions should be satisfied. Value is 1, buzzer is on. When value is 0, buzzer will be off. Buzzer will be off when value is 0 in else condition. So this one is very important code that we have written, that is for if conditions and else conditions. So we have used over here two conditions, if then else conditions. And based on that, we made one project, that is automatic doorbell. So is it clear to everyone, or should I repeat it again? You can give your response. Is it clear to everyone, or should I repeat that coding part again? If you want to repeat, you can type R, otherwise you can type Y. If you want that, should I repeat? You can type R. Otherwise, is it clear to everyone? You can type Y. Okay, maximum Y is coming over there. That's great. Okay, so that is clear to everyone. That's great. Okay, so now this one is simple code for making automatic doorbell. So many projects you can make it using this one. In the same code, I'm going to make one project. So one more project that I'm going to make it over here. That is automatic door opening. So automatic door opening project that I'm going to make it from the same code. Only in replacement of this buzzer, I'm going to add one motor. Using that motor mechanism, what we can do, we can turn on and off the door. Door we can open and close using this motor. So I'm going to connect it with the ground. This one with any pin, you can take it. So let me connect with the 12 number pin with the motor. And now we are going to write code. So now we have to replace this buzzer block. You can delete it. If sensor value is 1, what we want to do, we want to make this motor on. For turning this motor on and off, what we are going to do, we have to go to the output and we have to take second block. Earlier we have taken it for LED. Same block we have to take it like this and select the pin number. Pin number we are going to select it over here for the motor, that is 12 number pin. So set pin 12 high, else in else condition we have to make this pin low. 12 pin low. That is low. So this one is high and low, simple code, and you can check the simulation. Start simulation. If there is no object, so motor is off. You can see it clearly. If there is no object, motor is off. When we are going to bring any object in the simulations, motor is running over there. You can see some RPM is visible. Let me zoom it. Now you can see like this. Like this. If there is no object over there, so motor will be turned off. So this one is automatic door opening project. So two project we made it using the Arduino. Very simple graphical coding we have done it. If you want to try with your own, you can take a photo of this one and you can watch that video also. The video link I shared with you in the chat box. That is the live broadcasting link. You can watch over there also if somehow if you are not able to join in the Zoom. So that also you can do it. That video you can watch it later on also and you can practice it. This one is simple code that you can make it. So today we have to complete two projects. So these are the two assignment for you all. You have to make two projects on the Tinkercad. One is for automatic doorbell and one is for automatic door opening. Two projects you have to make it using Arduino and the sensor. So is it clear to everyone? We are going to sum up the session over here. A small session we have taken it over here to discuss two projects. And if you are having any kind of doubt, queries, you can type in the chat box. So tomorrow is a Sunday, there is no class. Next class will be on the Monday. Yes, if there is any doubt, any queries, you can type in the chat box. If there is no doubt, no queries, you can type Y in the chat box. If the session is understood to everyone, you can type Y. Okay, that's great. So thank you so much. This one is very small and interactive session we have planned. Hope you enjoyed it. Kindly do some practice. You can try at your mobile phone or you can try with your computer, with your friend computer. So little bit if you will do practice with the coding, you will get master in the coding, also in the graphical coding. Later on, we are going to discuss that C++ programming also, that how you can write your own code in a C++. That also we are going to discuss later on. Thank you so much.